shepherd's pie. Comforting and convenient all in one. Today I'm combining two Cuban food classics, Picadillo, the powerhouse of quick dinners, and Sweet Plantain, the perfect side that completes all meals, and I am creating my own Latin twist of this comfort food classic. I'm Chef Patty, and welcome to the Mad Table. We're gonna start off with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in our pan. You know, it's not a Cuban meal if you don't start off with a typical sofrito that consists of onion, bell pepper, and garlic. So I've got one full onion and one bell pepper. I'm using red, you can use green, yellow, orange. You wanna gently stir. And now I'm just gonna let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until the onions start to get a little translucent and you see the peppers softening up just a tad. I have 6 garlic cloves that I've chopped. They're going in the pan. Once you add your garlic to the pan, you always want to make sure that you keep an eye on it because it will burn immediately. I have 1.5 pounds of ground beef going in, and I usually like to buy a 90-10 or 93-7. So definitely as lean as possible. And now I'm just combining the veggies with the ground beef. And this is the base for our shepherd's pie. Our ground meat is mostly cooked, and this is where you can decide if you want to drain it, if you have a lot of extra fat. Mine is looking okay because I did buy a 93-7, so my meat was pretty lean. Now we're gonna start building flavors. I'm gonna add 1 bay leaf, 2 teaspoons of cumin, and about 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now I'm just gonna swish it around. I have 2 small 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce that I am adding to my meat, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and I always like to add sugar in my picadillo to balance the acidity from the tomato sauce. And then I have 1/3 cup of white wine, mixing it all up. Now I'm gonna cover my pan and I'm gonna let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And in the meantime, while this cooks, I'm gonna start my sweet plantain mash. When you're buying plantains, I want them on the sweet side. So that means that the darker they are, the sweeter they are. That means they're fully ripe. If you buy one here's a perfect example. So this one is less black, more yellow. So this will be sweet, but not as sweet as this one. So I'm trimming the ends and then cutting in half. And I boil them just like this with the peel and all. So I have a whole lime here that I'm gonna cut in half. And what I'd like to do is I like to squeeze half of the lime in my boiling water. It prevents the plantains from getting dark. My plantains are draining, and using the same saucepan, we're gonna infuse olive oil. So my garlic is going in, and we are going to infuse this oil with all this delicious garlic. Our garlic oil is ready for our plantains, and as you can see, the skin comes right off. So I'm just putting all of the plantains right directly into the oil. Now we're ready to mash. And we're just gonna mash directly into the infused oil. Sprinkling some salt. And our sweet plantain mash is ready. Now I'm gonna add my olives that I cut in half, some briny capers, mix it all up, transfer all the mixture to the bottom of a 9x13 pan. I'm gonna sprinkle fresh cilantro. Before I add the sweet plantain mash, what I always like to do is I like to transfer my pan to the freezer for about 15 minutes. That way, when I do add the layer of the sweet plantain mash, it doesn't sink in the middle. I hope you've enjoyed our shepherd's pie video. If you did, please make sure to hit the subscribe button next to the bell. And if you have any questions or comments, share them below. See you soon.